Hello, eighth graders. How are you doing? Have you been surviving these last couple days? Okay, let's go into the next assignment. All right. So far, we've learned about the Great Depression. We've learned about the New Deal. Now we're going to look how life has changed after World War II, how the economy came back, how life changed, how roles were different with people. Okay. And we're going to do this just by looking at some slides and reading some short little slides as well, some pictures. You're going to analyze stuff like that. Okay. So first thing I need you to do is make sure that you read each slide completely, okay? Before you do anything on any slides, read them completely. Be sure to ask me if you have any questions, but make sure that your question is not answered on the slide first, okay? You can either email or request a video conference. Also, on Mondays between 9:30 and 11, I'll be sending out an email with a Zoom address, and you can come on live and ask me questions then, okay? So that's what that'll be, and I'll send out an email about that, all right? So here's the suggested schedule, okay? Take a look at that and read that. Slides 3 through 10 are going to be due on the 13th, suggested due on the 13th. Slides 11 through 13 are going to be suggested April 14th. Slides 14 through 15 will be a suggested completion date of April 15th. Slides 16 through 17, suggested completion date of April 16th, and slides 18 through 21, suggested April 20th. 3 through 10 are going to be worth 8 points, 11 through 13, 2 points, 14 through 15, 3 points, 16 through 17, 4 points, and 18 through 21, 3 points, okay? So you're going to have some things to answer on slides and some forms to complete. Now let's go through what we're going to do. In this first section, 3 through 10, you're going to see some questions here. Don't answer them on this slide. This is just to get you start thinking about them, okay? You're going to answer them down further on slide down further, and I'll show you which one that is, okay? So as you look through the pictures and read the short article, what similarities do you see between the New Deal and the 1950s? What differences do you see? How would you define progress as you look at these pictures? And based on what you see, what evidence of progress do you see between the early 1940s, which was that end of the New Deal era, and the 1950s? Can you see anything that you'd consider progress from those times? So here's some of the pictures, okay? Women went from working in factory buildings, building wartime goods, to being responsible of taking care of their children and their husband. Okay, so they went from working in the early 40s to being the homemaker in the 50s. Many soldiers came home after World War II and went off to college on the GI Bill. Most college students were returning soldiers in the 1950s. Okay, so how do you think this was different than the New Deal? Did people go to school a lot during the Great Depression and the New Deal? How would you think about that? Then you have a little reading here about the baby boom. You can read it on your own. And then another picture here, okay, talking about who the baby boomers were and what was created. And then on slide 8, you're going to answer those questions, okay, that you saw up on the previous slide. This is where you're going to do your actual writing. Then you're going to have another reading about the GI Bill, and you're going to fill out this form. Okay, so you click on the link, it'll take you to a form, and then you fill out that form. Those will be the first group of slides, 3 through 10, okay? The next one, I'm going to have some readings to do. Again, one on women, one on poverty in the cities, and then you're going to complete this form as well, okay? So that'll be the next group of slides. So do the 2 readings and complete the form. Okay, now during this, you're going to use this link for Discovery Education. Okay, you're going to pick only one of these. Pick one of these topics, and from Discovery Education, pick one to research, and then write your summary of those topics, okay? And how did that one topic that you picked, how do you think it had an impact on the 1950s, okay, on that decade of the 1950s? You'll see the rubric there on how I'll grade you, okay? So that's the next group of slides. Okay, then this final group, then we have another group of slides here. We're going to watch a video, watch this video, and fill out this form. That's the next group. Then the final group of slide, you're going to have a video to watch, this video here. You're going to do some pictures to watch, another picture to kind of analyze, and then what did this movement call that grew out of the 1950s? What did we call it? And explain how it got its name. Okay, that's going to lead us into the next chapter that we're going to study, and it'll take us to the end of the year. What was that movement called that started in the 1960s? If you don't know it, that's okay. Come up with what you think it is, and I want you to explain what you think that movement was called. Again, if you have any questions, email me, request a video chat, or on Mondays between 9:30 and 11, I'll have a Zoom set up and we can talk about this or anything else you need to talk about. Hope you're doing well. Hope this interests you a bit, and I will see you for the next assignment. Unless you have questions, in that case, I'll get back to you. All right, get to work.